Here on the Morning Blend, our team loves being able to share important messages with you viewers at home. It's one of the greatest things about our job. And sometimes those messages can maybe help one, help many. And this one is really important. This week, we're actually entering Suicide Prevention Week. It is through September 5th through the 11th. And we've got a guest who wants to share her story. And maybe we can all take a little something away and, of course, help those who may be struggling right now. Let's go ahead, welcome in Danielle Cobo to our show today. Danielle, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I am doing well. And, of course, we hear a lot of people have their own stories, their own take, and have been affected by death by suicide. And it doesn't get more personal than your story. So, Danielle, before we get started, if you will, let people know what you've been through and what got you to the point you are today.
Yeah, so it's a very unique, interesting story. Just like each of us, we have our unique backgrounds. But when I was 2 years old, my mom kidnapped me and took me away from my father. And I was raised by a mother with bipolar disorder. And we had a rocky relationship, but ultimately in March of 2020, my mother was taken by suicide. And so my mission to spread awareness about suicide prevention is very near and dear to my heart to me.
Being able to have that happen, and you now talk about how when she was raising you, you knew she had her struggles at that time. But obviously, as a child, you probably had no idea what was going on. And I'm assuming that hindsight is what's able to get you to the point that you are today.
Absolutely. So I thought that my father abandoned us. That was what I was raised thinking. And so it took me a long time to overcome these insecurities of feeling abandonment and feeling like I wasn't worthy of unconditional love. And I ultimately found my father when I was 15, and I found out about my past and the decision that my mom made. And at the same end, I was raised by my mom, and my mom was driven and passionate. And yes, it was an emotional roller coaster, but she also shaped me into who I am today. So while it was a difficult upbringing, I also very much so love my mother. And so when she made the decision to take herself, it was very hard. And it's something where I don't want anybody to go through that pain, because the ripple effect of what happens after that is not only do I not get to see my mom anymore, my grandkids don't either, or her grandkids don't either.
Danielle, I feel like within the last few years, even, I know what I've learned about death by suicide and people who have contemplated or been affected like yourself has evolved. And I'm assuming that, just being able to approach it in the way like death by suicide now, and we are talking about mental illness and things, that's got to be able to let your message a little bit easier to share. Because again, I think we're advancing as a society. Do you see that being someone who's been directly affected?
Yes, I agree 100%. So when it first took place, when I first lost my mother, obviously you go through the 7 stages of grief. And through this process, I found that the more I told my story and the more that I shared awareness about suicide, and I started to get these messages like, oh my gosh, I can relate to, my sibling or my parent committed suicide as well. And so while it's been difficult to share, I almost feel like sharing this story and creating awareness around it and being so open has allowed me to heal through this process and continue to heal through this journey, because even though it's been some time, I still think about her every single day.
Oh, I'm sure you do. And, the letter that you were able to write with her, I want to stress 2 points. Of course, it's a mother taken by suicide, the power of vulnerability and forgiveness. I want to focus, though, on vulnerability and then forgiveness. Forgiveness, I understand. Talk about the vulnerability portion that really is something you want to stress to those who are affected.
Yes. So I spent my upbringing very guarded. When I found out that the truth behind my mother taking me from my father and the abandonment issues that I felt growing up, I created this guard around me. And so a lot of times people felt like they couldn't get to know me, or there wasn't intimacy within relationships. I had a hard time knowing what unconditional love was. And through this journey of healing, I've learned that all I was doing was preventing intimate relationships with others. And so when I finally learned to release that guard, and I finally learned to go, okay, I'm going to put myself out there, and I'm not going to fear judgment. I'm not going to fear what people are thinking about me, and I just get to be me and allow for vulnerability, that's when I was able to transition into forgiveness and, acknowledge my mom for the great things that she did and how she raised me. And if I'm able to forgive her, then I'm able to release those negative emotions that really are just holding me back. And, when you carry these deep emotions inside, it affects you physically, emotionally, and it doesn't serve you in life. So when I was able to forgive, that's when I was able to also be vulnerable.
Danielle, we don't have a lot of time left, but hearing you talk about forgiveness, I feel like that's got to be one of the most difficult emotions I think that we all struggle with, as humans and work towards, let alone someone who's been affected the way you have. Is forgiveness your biggest message, or what is the message that you want people to take away from you today?
The biggest message I'd want people to take away is you're not going to forget what happened. You get to forgive, because when you forgive, that's when you get to be vulnerable. And the power of vulnerability is you get to have more intimate relationships with people throughout your entire life. And when you're able to do that, that's when you truly get to experience joy in your life.
Well, Danielle, unfortunately, we are out of time. It was a pleasure talking with you today. Thank you for sharing your story on such an important week, such as Suicide Prevention Week. And we do want to point out, we're sharing the NAMI website. We've partnered with NAMI in the past for mental health and mental health awareness. And if you need help or know someone who does, of course, that's a great resource. Danielle, thank you. I know your website, too, has more information as well, along with the love letter, correct?
Yes, you can find the love letter on my website at daniellecobo.com.
Thanks again for sharing your story today. Take care and be well.